Hello everybody, and thanks again for tuning in for another video, and thank you for those who have subscribed and commented. I really appreciate that. And today we're going to have a look at some miniatures that I've received and purchased for myself from Footsore Miniatures, and that they had a November 20% off deal, and the buggers did it just after I placed an order with them. So I thought I can't not take up this opportunity, because if I don't, then I'm sort of missing out on a wonderful chance of picking up some extra stuff. And I had a little bit of money there, and I thought, okay, I'll spend another $100 at Footsore and get some pretty much the last of my Otrema miniatures before I move on to other stuff. So it's been signed off by Mark Farr, so thanks Mark, and Merry Christmas to you, mate. So let's have a look inside the box. Okay, let's have a look at what treats from the Far East Mr. Farr and has sent me for my Christmas present. Now I haven't actually opened up the blisters and had a look at the miniatures. I just left them in their little sealed packs, because it was something that I was going to open up at Christmas Day, but I thought I couldn't help myself. I needed to check. I really wanted to check if I had everything, and I had a shield that was missing my last order that I had to ask them to put in there, and they did, thankfully. So thanks guys for doing that. So their customer service is really good, and Darren, the guy who runs, I think, mail order there, is quite responsive on his emails. So this is the rabble that I picked up. Talking about rabble, these are the pilgrims. Some are armed pilgrims. I think these are the Frankish pilgrims. I'm going to assemble those and show you in a video just in a minute. These are I think they're the Franks. These are the armed pilgrims. I really like these models a lot. Yeah, really nice. This is the free miniature that came with your orders for over, is it over £40 or something like that? So I might paint this up and send it to my good friend Owen Staten over in Wales, my Welsh storyteller, who helps me out with many adventures on my Crown of Command YouTube channel with Warhammer and various other projects. We work together, Confrontation, everything for Temple of the East. Yes, I do have 3 YouTube channels. I know, call me crazy, but I like to divide my passions for different things into different channels, respectively. So I'll do paint up for him. Now, Mark, I asked Mark to bless these dice, because if anybody follows any of my battle reports on the Crown of Command will know that my dice rolling is absolutely atrocious. So he said he blessed these. So I'm going to count you responsible, Mark, if anything goes wrong, mate, in my battle reports in the future. But I purposely got them black and white because of my military order faction. This perfectly suits the theme. So let's hope that blessing works, mate. Otherwise I've got to take them down to the local shrine and get them blessed again. This thing's about as sharp as my wife's new knife that has cut me a couple of times now. So this is one of the things that actually pierces its way through the bag and outside into the box. So again, got to be careful. I think my old mate Rob said to blunt these things down. And I think that's one of the great things about them, actually. You want to keep them as a good deterrent. It's a good cockroach killer, if anything, on your hobby bench. If they do stray too close to your models. What have we got here? We've got a mounted character bishop. Really like that model. Beautiful horse. The horse legs are really mounted. Actually, they're sort of just affixed well to the base. I found some other ones. The other horses, the ankles tend to be quite weak, and they can come off through miscasts or just too weak at the ankles. But this is a really solid one. So that's really nice. I like that horse a lot. This one are the 2 remaining and last mounted knights of that I needed. I've got another 2 that I've got the Bannerman guy primed up black. I'll have to show you those in another video. But that's what they are. These guys are... Oh, these are the Armed Pilgrims. Who are the other guys then? Well, I just demoted my sergeants. I think there's the order sergeants with hand weapons. So poor buggers, sorry about that. You're not armed pilgrims, you're in fact trained militants. So yeah. And these are more order sergeants with spears, I believe. Okay, so let me get to the bench. Let's get them assembled, and let's show you guys what they look like once they're all based and everything. So, thanks to Paintbrush Pirate. I've watched your videos, mate, and I really enjoy those. I think you did a great job on... I've only watched one so far, but I think that was the latest one that you did, which was about 3 months ago, of you working on your miniatures and updating what you'd painted and all that. So that was cool. So, yep, definitely sub back. Thanks, mate. And thanks to Dan Buman, of course, a good mate, good long old friend from, wow, way back at the early days of the Chronica Man podcast. I think he was my second guest on the show, and talking about his Bretonian army, which I said to Dan, you should use those for playing Baron's War, because he was he's been tempted to buy the models, then he's opted out and not doing it, and because I know he loves anything medieval, he really enjoys. So, but he's a bolt action man through and through, and that's his main sort of passion, I think, really, doing bolt action. And old Rob will know that they're part of the Musty Wargamers Jankmaster. So thanks, Rob, for the sub, mate. Appreciate it. And Rob said to me that he's going to check out the rules for Baron's War, and then you want to give me a remote game of it at some point, which is good. But we need, one person needs two sides. But yeah, remote gaming is definitely something you can do with Baron's War, because you have a system where it's all pre-measurement. So pre-measurement games like Test of Honor is good. Baron's War is probably more suitable because you don't have any cards, whereas Test of Honor you have cards. It's doable. I've done it before during COVID, playing Test of Honor remotely. But Baron's War is just a better system, I think, for that. Smaller playing field, 3x4, isn't it? Yeah, but really nice sculpts. And I won't bore you for the entire duration of me doing this, but I'll just come back every now and again, have a quick chat about something that's, if it's relevant, and then pop out again. To not make these videos super long. So I'll be back soon. I was just cursing your name there, Mark Farr from Footsore, thinking that bastards have bloody give me one base less, but I found it. It was strewn across here, of course. Me being blind as a bat, wearing my special magnifying glasses to do all this, even the cleaning up, because nowadays I just need that enhanced vision to see all the mold lines and everything. I need to scrape off all the little bits and pieces here. I'm working on the military knights, the order knights on foot, and just cleaning them up now as I watch the Paintbrush Pirate videos, and some really nice looking models you painted there, mate. Those the Muslim forces you painted are really, really nice. Love the light blue and all the freehand work you've done on a lot of the banners and stuff like that. And yes, very impressive stuff, very inspiring. So just been enjoying watching that as I clean up these beautiful models from Mr. Paul Hicks. I'm still slaving away putting these together, but enjoying that as well. I wasn't supposed to touch these until Christmas, but well, with the YouTube channel, we need content, don't we? So it's a good excuse, if anything. but primarily just prepping these up, and I don't think I won't definitely get a chance to paint them before Christmas anyway, even if I wanted to. I've got a few sitting there, I'll show you in a minute, of what I need to paint next. But I was just going through the comments and just want to shout out to Richard Hutchinson for the sub. Thank you very much, Richard. Much appreciated. And also Miniature Giant Studio. Again, thank you very much for considering my channel in the very early conceptions of it, that you feel it's worthy of a sub. So appreciate it. Thank you. And I also had a question about from Paintbrush Pirate. How do you get the shield design so symmetrical? He's referring to those knights I did. That's just through a lot of many years of I was going to bend that thing back, mace, trying not to break it. Yeah, just many years of practice, mate. Many years of practice. I actually tried to do a video for you last night and I just wasn't happy with it, so I've got plenty of shields here to do, to show you, and I hope to do some hobby stuff, even though painting tutorials for me are just not really my not my preferred way of doing things. But I'm going to try to do it with a camera like this. It won't be perfect, there'll be plenty of guys doing a much better job than I ever will, but I actually run painting lessons, would you believe, through my Evyled Studios. So that's something I provide for people, and I do that for a number of people, mainly to paint in the 90s era, Games Workshop, Red Period sort of style, or just help people out with painting generally. People who enjoy the hobby and the painting aspect of the hobby, but maybe just struggle just trying to get down the basics, or their particular models in mind for an army they want to paint and they just need some help, just to get some bit of guidance really, because I can't physically hold their hand and paint the models for them, so they have to do all the hard work. It's basically me showing them a practical process of how to paint models. So that's where I sort of change from doing tutorials into becoming an actual painting teacher, and I do that for a very reasonable price per 40 minutes, and I even record the lesson and edit it and send it back to you with a voiceover, so you got that for forever, just in case you forget something and you want to refer back to something, then that's what I do. But I will try to do some painting tips and stuff like that for, you know, for how I paint these miniatures. But I'm sure I'll be learning stuff from you guys. I had a look at the Paintbrush Pirate's website, his YouTube channel, sorry. It's a bit late in the day, I'm a bit tired, sorry, I only had about 5 hours sleep. But yeah, some really great painted examples, very inspirational, as I said before. If you haven't seen his channel or his painted models, especially for Autorama, because that's what I'm really looking at, and there's very little content out there for it, and it's nice to know that he and his friend actually played a game. So that was really good to hear. Because you hear a lot of people buying the models and painting the models, but you never really hear about people playing the game. So that's very nice to hear that you actually are experiencing it and playing it with the, you know, the Crusader and Muslim forces. That's awesome. And yeah, no, I've been watching a few of those videos, mate, and I really like the commentary and everything about that, talking about some of the rules that they have. I really enjoy that as I sort of potter away and build stuff here. I'll actually have to drill a hole into that to pin him on there, but for now he'll be there, he'll be fine. I think I've got one more pack to go, and then we'll come back and have a look in just a moment. Well, I think it is Sake o'clock, So why not, I say. Cheers, guys. Oh, what's happened here? It's a bit of a distorted. Oh, it looks like it's broke off the tab at the bottom. Okay, that's an easy fix, thankfully, because those ankles, I'm really worried about them snapping and breaking. It's not irreparable, it's just a pain in the ass. And the other reason why I don't really do painting videos is because it requires someone's attention to watch the screen, and I personally don't watch painting videos. I don't watch tutorials. It's not just out of arrogance or thinking I know everything, nothing like that at all. It's just that I just don't feel any desire to watch them. Even from the really good, the really super talented people I respect as painters, I just don't really watch them. I'd much rather just see the end result, or watch a battle report or something like that, or just watch someone, or just listen to someone talking about things. And I think most of us are like that. We'd like to sit there and do our own hobby, and then just have in the background something playing and someone talking and related to what we're interested in. And I find that far more entertaining than watching someone paint a model, to be quite honest with you. So, plus I might as well mention it now. I mean, the other reason why I started this channel was because I am a full-time miniature painter. I've been a commission painter now for over 18 months. And I mainly do, my sort of niche is the 90s era Games Workshop models, which is primarily what I do, but I do historical stuff. I did a big Army of Islam for Saga last year, which was really fun. I really enjoyed that, and looking at the paintbrush pirate videos, yeah, very similar to those kind of color schemes, very bright. I really enjoyed the whole project, and it was a lot of stuff, load of miniatures from various different manufacturers. Some of it was Footsore, I think, but a lot of it was from different manufacturers. I'm not really sure where, to be honest. But yeah, really enjoyed painting every single one was different. There was not one pair the same, and all the shields are different. So yeah, it's quite an involved job, and the person I painted it for is the person I hope that I'm going to get. He knows a lot about he knows Footsore miniatures, he knows the games and stuff like that. He just hasn't played Baron's War yet. He's mainly a Saga player. But that's where I need him. I need this guy, because otherwise I've got to go out and fork out another $200 on a Force of Islam to paint that up and have that as an opposing side. So I really need him and his wonderful terrain. I haven't seen it yet, but I know he's got the desert table, and I take it the palm trees and little outhouses and buildings and fortifications or what have you. So just get our first game and just get the taste of it, and then it's just going to improve from there, no doubt. And thanks to Ryan on my Discord. I think he's Vostrian, I think is his username there. If you are going to watch this, mate, thanks again. He watched the first video. I sort of made this channel, another reason why I made this channel was because I really felt bad about guys and in the hobby that I got into Baron's War when I was really excited about getting it, and I bought the stuff and I showed on my channel, and I did a couple of videos, I think, on my YouTube channel from Crown of Command, and people got wrapped up with it and said, yeah, that's exactly, the commander, military commander is exactly the one I got really, that drove me over the edge to get into it. And so I don't know if I was the influencer there, or it was just the great talents of Paul Hicks and, is it HMV? No, that's something else. HVM. You know the one I'm talking about, Daniel Wegman's painting and that kind of thing, and all that, whether that was the contributor to get them over the edge and to order stuff and go down that other rabbit hole. So, but yeah, so that way I can provide contact for them to say, yep, I'm actually pulling my finger out, getting stuff done, making some time in the day to get some video and content done for you guys. So there's a few guys in our group at the Crown Command who are into this, and another guy, Jeff, in New Zealand, a French guy actually, French expat. He also surprised me with Baron's War stuff. He just painted a whole heap of it, and he's got a group that are going to play it, which is fantastic in New Zealand. That's really good to see. But I don't think he's on the Discord group. Sorry, on the Facebook group. I haven't seen him there. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, I've done some other historical stuff for Normans in Saga as well, for another guy here in Tokyo. So I'm not impartial to painting basically anything. Well, most things anyway. Maybe I do have some limits. I mean, there was one guy who asked me to paint up some 40k miniatures for him with only 3 colours just to make it tournament legal, and I was like, I don't think I really want to do that. That's not what I do. I'm not a machine painter. I'm a bit of a passion painter. So, you know, I like to take on a project that I'm really going to be, you know, excited about doing, not that it's just a means to an end kind of thing. So, yeah. And eventually he never contacted me back, which is good actually. I didn't particularly want to do it. I was going to just give it off to somebody else who'd want to do that. Don't know why he just wouldn't do it himself. I quoted it so that, you know, it was basically a quote, try to quote myself out of it in the end, which may have just tipped it over the line, but yeah. But, you know, I painted some modern 40k stuff as well and quoted on it and all that. But yeah, I tend to look at projects and I think, okay, well, I would enjoy painting that as a challenge and something that's interesting, something I'm not used to doing. And yeah, that sort of excites me. I'm getting a bit of a round table look at the moment. I thought that might be a bit more visually interesting, that to separate the clips so it's not just one area, one aspect. This super glue I'm using is apparently a record, like the Guinness Book of Record glue for being the most strongest, which is good. You can hear some strange noises in the background. That's my son downstairs doing his best impression of some, I don't know, ogre or some mythical creature. But I think most of us have got kids in the hobby now at our age. If you're about my age, around about the 50s. Just using some El Cheapo paper clips for my pins to mount the knights on. This is where it's gone awry. Fix that up. So I hope you find these videos entertaining, guys. I mean, I don't expect a deluge of viewers in, and I kind of like it that it's nice and small, and it's just me here talking like a madman to myself into a camera, than it being some big thing that, you know, I feel I need to really do something or provide regular entertainment for people. So I'd much rather that way. It should be nice and small and cozy and old, like a very very kind of old school kind of channel. I like those old school channels. They're the channels I like to watch. I really enjoy those. Okay guys, well, that's the assembly done. This is what I have in that I'm working on basically to complete the Otrema side of Baron's War. But this lot here, these 4 guys, these order sergeants here, I'll put into a regular Baron's War retinue. I also have another 6 crossbowmen, so it's basically the start of a small retinue there. And but that's for 2025, some point 2025. First, the Otrema project must be complete, it must be finished, it must be realized. So that's what I'm working towards. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting. I really appreciate that. The more comments about it, that the comments and likes are way more valuable than anything else. So just your input, your contributions, your feedback and questions before the next video drops. So until then, take care. I hope to have one out before Christmas. In fact, I definitely will have one out before Christmas because I'm going to finish off some of these models. I'm going to start working on them tonight, and then I'll let you see the finished results. So until then, take care, enjoy your hobby, and have a great week.